Hey guys, just wanted to give a little update on what's going on with the channel. This is the reason why I didn't upload any videos this weekend. I was putting this thing together, which didn't take long. The TV stand here, which has a whole lot of storage. 12 little cubby holes to put stuff. I mean, it's still a work in progress. I need to probably better organize the games, put the Game Boy games down with the other ones, and probably a few other things, just kind of finalize everything. PS2 is over there in the far right top corner. As you can see, I got my totes no longer fit in the corner, but the TV is lower, which is good for viewing. Same with the sound bar, it's lower as well, so that's good for the sound delivery. I got the Sega Genesis and Sega CD here. Just had nowhere else to put it since it was behind my TV. With the old, on the armoire, which is being used as a TV stand, which had that for probably about 20 years, a little bit more. Actually, over 20 years. Of course, I probably say about 25. So, of course, that's in the garage now. It's still, in good condition. It's not all beat up. I mean, the main door to it needed to be fixed. Some hardware needed to be put in to it actually stay in place instead of being always open. But anyways, this is a great upgrade. It's an IKEA TV stand. I'm not sure on the size. I guess I'll just post that once I look it up. But yeah, it's good solid wood. It can be anchored to your wall. So with this, I was told not to make it top heavy, so I didn't. There are two PS4s behind this soundbar. I was afraid those would make it top heavy, but it has not. As we know, if TV stand or shelf is top heavy, it's just gonna fall forward and everything's gonna fall out of it. So, but that's not an issue here. I'm so glad I can put all my games on display, and this is the reason why I could not upload anything this weekend, because it took, I don't know, 20, maybe 30 minutes to put this thing together. The first thing I had to do was take everything out of the armoire, everything in front of it and the sides, that consisted of records, movies, games, trash, cords. There's a bunch of cords here on the ground. Now this subwoofer is kind of in the way of my closet, which I use for two reasons, storage and gaming. There's a CRT behind there for those of you that have never been on my channel. Yeah, this thing is great. I mean, you can add doors to it, which the doors came with it, but they, if they're not, oh man, it looks like they're gonna encroach on my, storage space on this, which I need all I can get. I mean, obviously, everything, all my collections are not gonna fit in here. There's still stuff in these two totes here. In my dresser, still some stuff in the closet and boxes. So, really considered downsizing, but I'm not going to get the money back that I paid for this stuff. And selling online is very tricky. Or can be tricky due to, people being very particular about their stuff. And then I also have stuff piled up over here on the dresser, stuff on the computer desk, which that's been full for quite some time. I need to clear off the actual desk part of it, or where I can put a laptop and do stuff there. But the room is looking much better. Yeah, I'm so glad to get this. Someone had the idea for it, and I said, yeah, let's go for it. Bought it. It's under $200. See, now my pickups are just all over the place now, the new stuff, so I'm gonna have to, I don't know how I'm gonna do that video. That's gonna be, it's gonna be a challenge now, because everything's not out in the open anymore, to where I can see it and say, hey, I got this recently, so I'm gonna have to refer to eBay stuff. And I had to shut down my Whatnot account because I simply could not control myself, and I said, this is the way to, stop buying stuff and enjoy it. I'm still going to continue on with this channel, do I really consider turning into a gaming channel, because the name itself, 90s Gaming Guy, really fits the name of a gaming channel more than just like a show and tell channel, which I've used this for. I did use it. I do have gameplay footage on the channel, but stopped doing it on this channel. Migrated that stuff to another channel, or started, doing it on there. Didn't really repost any videos, but so glad that I can, display this stuff. So we'll kind of talk about it here. So on the left, I got my PlayStation 1 games. The long box ones. There's long cases on the back there. It's hard to see, but then I got movies on the bottom. Evercade handheld collection there. A few Genesis games, Blu-rays, and DVDs in the back. Switch games. I'm going to take out some more Switch games and put them there. We have TV shows, cartoons, live concerts. Here in the second cubby, Richard Pryor and his Deep 2 box set, the complete Warner Brothers recordings from 1968 to 1992, which actually has a bonus disc with some bonus audio from, I think, beyond 1992. But there's some comedy stuff in there as well, SNL stuff behind that. These SNL collections, just different actors that were on there, a mainstay, people like Chris Farley, and there's another one I forget what it is. I think it's just the best of like the first and second season, or just something like that. Yeah. So yeah, Blu-ray movies, and we have some box sets here. I actually don't have much on display as far as box sets, but I don't really have much in terms of that anyway. So The Hobbit's on Blu-ray, the old special edition extended cuts of the Lord of the Rings movies, and the bookend box sets. Book box looking box sets. Jackass, the box set. I think that's the complete TV series there. Dark Castle Horror Collection. You got House of Wax, Gothica, House on Haunted Hill, 13 Ghosts, and Ghost Ship, which is a fabulous movie. Metallica S&M concert on DVD. An old Mickey Mouse DVD tin. I need to turn that around so it'll show the actual spine. Down here we have PS4, PS2, and PS3. Then in the next couple cubbies you can't see beyond here because there's just boxes of stuff and totes. Records on the far right, bottom first corner. And this in the second cubby as well. Then we have Xbox 360. I still need to fill those up. I have a few more Xbox games. We had this added storage, and it took away some in terms of like what I could stick on the side of this thing. But it's not a bad trade-off. Oh, and PS2 and some the Switch SNES official controller, 8BitDo controller, PS2 Logitech controller. There's some kind of movie set right there too, in the corner, far left corner of that thing. Then below that, where you can see a hanger and a pillow. I can't tell what that is, but okay. Down here on the bottom, we have a custom memory card holder. That's that suitcase-looking thing that has the PlayStation logo. Some GBA manuals on top of some NES games with the official NES sleeves. A bunch of cords. I'm gonna figure out a home for those. I think there's one spot open over there on the cubbies. That I'm gonna. These basket things are gonna come that can fit inside those, and I'll put the cords and controllers in those. Even the controllers here. Then we have Game Boy games, PlayStation and Sega CD, and more Game Boy games. There are some Genesis games up here, just beyond the manuals. What else is back there? I'm forgetting what I put back there. Oh, some yearbooks. That's not really gaming related, but then we have a Atari, plug and play right there. I found the backing for it, and I need to find some good batteries to use it with again. Oh, I missed the Sonic and Knuckles there, and some other game below it. I don't know what that is, but I think that's it on this thing. Yeah. But yeah, great addition to the house. I mean, to the room here. Then on top we have, the sound bar. These Sony speakers I might get rid of because I don't see myself using them, and I want to get a bigger TV. And that's kind of in the way of me being able to do that. And those speakers never sounded that good to begin with. Up here we have original Nintendo Switch, and I don't plan on getting Nintendo Switch 2 anytime soon. A Wii, the disc drive is broken, but it has digital games on it. Mostly just Wii, GameCube, SNES. Might even have NES, I'm not sure. I think that's it. Yeah, just really reconstructing or moving stuff was a big thing, the biggest time consumer here. And figuring out where it was going to go on the shelf and in other parts of the room. So yeah, that's really it. I want to keep going on and on and on here. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. This is a little update on what I've been up to. Still got to tweak some things here and there. But yeah, that's it for now. Thank you very much for watching.